Okay. Sir, in AS-9, what we are going to learn mainly? This standard is going to discuss mainly about the timing of revenue recognition. What we are going to learn, sir? Timing. We are not going to learn how much amount should be recognized. Amount is not the focus, sir. Here, what is the focus is timing. Timing of revenue recognition. When revenue should be recognized. Of course, when I say revenue, here we are going to discuss about three types of revenues only, sir. In this standard, we are going to discuss about only three types of revenues. What are those three types of revenues? Revenue which is arising from sale of goods. Hello, what is that? Revenue which is arising from sale of goods. And revenue which is arising from rendering of services. And revenue which is arising from use of enterprise resources by others, which is giving you these three, sir. IRD, interest, royalties and dividend. That means these are the third set, sir. Interest income, dividend income, royalty income. So only for these incomes we are going to learn timing. So this standard focus on timing of revenue recognition, and the two are not for all types of revenues, sir. We are going to learn about only three types of revenues, and that too we are going to focus on only timing. So what are the three types of revenues? One is sale of goods, the other one is services, and the last one is use of enterprise resources by others yielding interest, royalties or dividend. In other words, three incomes. This is IRD. Let us call it as IRD, interest, royalty and dividend. Okay, right, sir. Let me start with one by one. First, sale of goods. Hello, what is that, sir? Sale of goods. Sir, if you want to recognize income from sale of goods, for that three conditions should be satisfied mainly. How many conditions, sir? Three conditions. What are the three conditions that should be satisfied, sir? First one, significant risks and rewards incidental to ownership should be transferred. Hello, what is that? Significant risks and rewards should be transferred. Second one, there should be certainty in amount. Hello, what is that? There should be certainty in amount. So this is what I can say as informal words, sir. Formal wording is there should not be uncertainty with respect to the amount. Hello. This is the formal word used by ICAI. In simple, I am telling there should be certainty in amount. You can write in ICAI language also. There should not be uncertainty in amount. Then the third one is certainty in collection. I am giving you in simple language, sir. Certainty in collection. ICAI formal language is ultimate collection should be certain or probable. This is what the ICAI wording, sir. Should be probable or certain. This is what ICAI wording. For second one, they will use no significant uncertainty regarding amount. This is what the wording used by ICAI, sir. Because we should learn in simple language and also remember the ICAI wordings. Both are important. Three conditions are there. One is significant, risks and rewards should be transferred. Second one, certainty in amount, certainty in collection. In other words, there should not be uncertainty with respect to amount. There should not be uncertainty with respect to collection. So like the three aspects are there. Only if all the three aspects are completed, we can say revenue should be recognized. Sir, is that clear, sir? Now in this, let me focus on this aspect, sir, which is certainty in collection, which is common for all the three types of incomes. Now I will do some discussion, sir. This discussion is common for all the three types of income. That means sale of goods or services or IRD, interest, royalties and dividend. Now what is that, sir? Sir, you are telling there should be certainty in collection. Suppose there is uncertainty. What you will do? Hello? Suppose there is uncertainty in collection. What you will do? Now then the issue will come. Sir, when that uncertainty arose, is that uncertainty existing at the time of revenue recognition or uncertainty came after you recognizing the revenue? Uncertainty at the time of revenue recognition, uncertainty after revenue recognition. Sir, if it is at the time of revenue recognition, that means till now you have not recognized the revenue, then standard says postpone the revenue recognition. Don't recognize the revenue until it is certain. Until the collection is certain, don't recognize the revenue. Postpone the revenue recognition until it is certain. Until it is certain, postpone the revenue recognition. What if it is after revenue recognition, sir? Hello, if uncertainty arose after, that means sale is completed. After that, we are having some uncertainty whether he may keep this. Hello, he may become insolvent. We are having a doubt after that. Now, what we have to do? Shall we reverse whatever we have recognized already? No. Standard says you need not reverse the revenue already recognized, but just create a provision. Hello, but just create a provision. So, if it is after revenue recognition, need not reverse the revenue already recognized, but have to create a provision. But have to create a provision. Sir, this is applicable for each and every type of revenue. That means before you recognize revenue itself, if there is uncertainty, don't recognize that revenue only. No, sir, uncertainty is not there at the time I recognize revenue. That's why I have recognized the revenue. But after I recognizing the revenue, there came the uncertainty. In such a case, okay, already recognized, no, don't reverse it. But show a provision that this amount may not be continuing as a revenue for future. That is, we'll create a provision. In this way, there is a topic with respect to uncertainty in collection. At this point clear? Okay. Next, uncertainty amount is very simple, sir. Whenever the amount is certain only, we'll also recognize the revenue. Now, next, first one, significant risks and rewards. Sir, when significant risks and rewards will be transferred? When do you think it will be transferred, sir? Usually along with possession. But we cannot see only possession as the main, sir. Once billing is done and once we say it is transferred, usually risks and rewards are transferred. But for deciding when risks and rewards are transferred, actually we are having different scenarios. That is what we learn as special situations in the time of sale of goods. Sir, normally it is not based on possession alone, it is based on billing. When you have done the billing, at that time only you feel that sale is complete. But there are different scenarios where you should know how this risks and rewards are said to be completed, when they are said to be complete, or when revenue should be recognized. For learning these things, we are having different scenarios. Let us go and look after those scenarios. Are you all understanding, sir? Okay, right. So let me move to that different scenarios. As-9. Sir, there may be many special scenarios. I will discuss only those which are required for examination. Now, please observe, sir. Delivery is delayed at buyer's request and buyer takes title and accepts billing. So, look at this point, sir. Look at this type of sale. What is happening? Delivery is delayed at buyer's request and buyer takes the title. Sometime it may happens like this, sir. Now, we have ordered some goods, sir. Now they are ready to send it, but what we have said is no, shop renovation is being done. Please keep with you only goods for 1 more week. After 1 week, I will take your goods. Sir, are you getting the point? Here already sale is completed. You are telling I have purchased it. You made the payment also. But because there is no sufficient space for you, now you are telling please return with you only for 1 week. Or let us say I am purchasing from foreign country or some other distant place. I feel that in the next 1 week big tufans or tsunamis are expected and I am making it through shipping mode. Now my stock may be destroyed. What I am telling is, sir, please keep it with you for 10 more days. Once I give the instruction, you please send it. If billing is completed, if everything is over, just possession is waited, then Sir, intentionally I am only telling to delay the delivery. In this scenario, can I say only when delivery is completed, sale is completed? No. Already when risks and rewards are complete, that is when you have accepted the billing, at that time only sale is said to be completed. You need not wait till the delivery of the goods. Risks and rewards are already said to be completed. There is the discussion clear? So this is what point number 1. Let me read the scenario. Revenue can be recognized and need not be postponed till the physical delivery is made, so long as there is every expectation that delivery will be made. You can recognize. The next, another important one, sir. Goods delivered but accepted subjected to installation. I think some assets require installation, sir, just like plant and machinery, etc. Now tell me, now when do you recognize the revenue then? If they are subjected to installation, when do you recognize revenue? Only when that installation is completed. Only when that installation is complete will recognize the revenue. Next, goods sold on approval basis. Hello, what is that? Goods sold on approval basis. I think you know in foundation itself. Usually, in the case of goods sold on approval, when do you feel sale is said to be completed, sir? If it is goods sold on approval basis, when do you feel sale is said to be completed? Either when he has given a approval or time period is completed. Usually we look after the time period mentioned in the contract. If nothing is mentioned, even if reasonable period is completed, we say that sale is said to be completed. Is that clear, sir? I think I need not explain. Next, consignment sales. Can you tell me when it is said to be completed? In the case of consignment, now I think consignor, consignee, you remember, sir, consignee is like a agent. Now, A is consignor. A has sent goods to B, consignee. He will sell to the final customers. Now, let us say goods are there with consignee. Shall we recognize revenue for that goods? No. When revenue should be recognized? Only when the goods are sold by consignee to third party. Is that clear, sir? Only when goods are sold by consignee to the third party, then only revenue shall be recognized. So hope it is clear. This is goods sold on approval and consignment sales. Suppose cash on delivery sales, when we should recognize? Suppose it is cash on delivery sales, when we should recognize, sir? Only when we have received the delivery, because when we have received, of course, the delivery cash will pay, because most of the times whenever you make that COD orders, what you may do, he will come, but we will not pick up the call. Am I right? Or even we pick up, we say we don't need this good, because sometimes it may happen that we may find subsequently the same item at a lower price. Am I right or not? Or another good quality item. So sale cannot be guaranteed unless you receive the cash. Is that clear, sir? You in the sense either seller or his agent, Amazon delivery agent. Hello? So either of them, if they receive the cash, you can recognize as sale. So like that, some scenarios are there, sir. I'm taking whatever is only important for examination. So let me discuss one or two issues also. They'll give this one also in the examinations, sir. Usually trade discounts. Hello, what is that? Trade discounts, cash discount, and any sales returns. This also we should know. Can you please tell me? Trade discounts will divide into two: given and trade discounts received. Trade discounts received. First tell me, is it a revenue for us? Trade discount received, is it a revenue for us? Sir, it is a reduction of cost. Hello, our purchases value will reduce, but it is not any revenue, because revenue definition is like this. It is gross inflow of cash, receivables, or any other consideration arising from sale of goods or rendering of services or IRD. It is not because of you purchasing higher quantity. Hello, are you getting the point? So this is not a revenue. So it represents only a cost reduction. This is not a revenue, only cost reduction. Suppose trade discount is given. Will it affect your sale value? Trade discount is given. Will it affect your sale value? Yes, sir. Trade discount given to be reduced from sales, because that amount only you are going to write in the trading account. Sir, in trading, what you will write, sir? Sales value after reducing trade discount, that only you will record. So sales, from the sales value will reduce the sales, that amount only will reduce the trade discount, that only we will show. Next, what about cash discount? Cash discount also may be given, cash discount also may be received. Can you tell me, cash discount received, revenue? Sir, is it revenue? No. That's why I'm telling only 3 types of revenues are covered. One from sale of goods, or from services, or from IRD. I think it is nothing of these 3. It is an income only, but not a revenue as per As-9. Thereby, not a revenue. Next, cash discount given. Will it be reduced from sales? No, it's a P&L expense. Hello, trade discounts has to be reduced from sales. Cash discount only in P&L, not reduced from sales. Next, sales return. Will it be reduced from sales? Sir, sales return, will it be reduced from sales? Can I say it will have an impact on the sales revenue to be recognized? Yes or no, sir? Will it have an impact or not? The answer is no. It is not going to change the sales value. Sir, please understand one thing. Will you record in sales ledger account the sales return? No. Actually, you will just show it for the purpose of presentation, sales less sales return. But actually, both are separate ledger accounts only. Now, observe the difference between trade discount and sales return, sir. Do you show in your trading account sales less trade discount? No. You will directly write the net price. Whereas sales return, what you will do? First you will write sales. Next you will write sales return less. To be frankly speaking, our revenue is same, sir, by sales. Whenever there is sales return, I have to record 2 sales returns separately, sir. But for the purpose of better presentation, instead of showing it on the credit side, we will show it as a reduction. Instead of showing it on this side, we will show this as a reduction from the sales. It is only for the purpose of presentation. Really, sales ledger will not be affected. Sales return ledger also will not be affected. Both are separate ledger accounts. If it is single ledger account, why to create sales return ledger account, sir? Directly you can use sales account only. Is that clear, sir? So it will not be affecting the sales that you record in trading account, but the net amount you present will be changed. I am not talking about that, because revenue definition is like this, sir. Revenue refers to gross inflow of the cash, receivable, or any other consideration. It is talking about what, sir? Gross inflow. So thereby, I will not reduce any sales return from sales when I am recording it initially. Later on, for the purpose of presentation, I may reduce it. That is presentation only, not the actual sale value. So discussion clear? So like that, these are some of the important items. Let us see 1 or 2 questions, sir. You will have a better clarity. Okay, please look at this question, sir. A manufacturing company has the following stages of production and sale in manufacturing fine paper rolls. Now you could observe, sir, first it is raw material, then it is in the process of work in progress, then it is finished good, then it is ready for sale, then sale agreement was entered and invoice was raised and delivery was done here. Tell me at which point of time risks and rewards were transferred? Sir, at which point of time, on which date risks and rewards were transferred? I think we need not wait for a delivery date, sir. When the billing itself was done, I think significant risks and rewards are transferred. That is on this date, significant risks and rewards are transferred. So thereby, what is the profit on that date? 1,50,000. That is revenue means sales only 3,50,000. The profit on that date will be 1,50,000. Profit to be recognized is 1,50,000. Revenue to be recognized on 15th March. That should be the net profit. Of course, in this scenario, gross profit also same, sir. But sometimes what they may say is, later on here delivery costs are 2,20,000. Net profit means at last finally what is your profit, sir? So then 3,50,000 minus 2,20,000, 1,30,000 only. If at all there is a change. In this question, there is no selling or delivery expenses. Suppose selling or delivery expenses are there, this will become GP, 1,50,000. 1,30,000 will become NP. In this question, both GP and NP are same, which is 1,50,000. Is that clear, sir? GP is at the time of sale. After sale also you may incur some expenses. That is what I am telling. Anyway, here timing is important, sir. On which date you will recognize revenue? 15th March. You have to write all those three, sir. Reasonable to expect ultimate collection. No significant uncertainty with respect to amount. Similarly, significant risks and rewards are transferred. Those three conditions are very, very important. Now, let me deal with question number, just wait, sir. Question number 5, which is important. Look at question number 5, sir. Goods of rupees 80,000 were sold on 10th March 2019, but at the request of buyer, these were delivered on 10th April 2019. Can you please tell me on which date we'll recognize the revenue? 10th March or 10th April? So I think it is on 10th March that we recognize the revenue. Next, on 25th January, goods of 2 lakhs were sent on consignment basis, of which 20% of the goods unsold are lying with the consignee on 31st March. Can you tell me for how much we should recognize the sales, sir? Only for 80%, which is 1,60,000. For that 20% we should not recognize. Only when it is sold by consignee to the third party we have to recognize. In third scenario, 2,40,000 worth of goods were sold on approval basis on 1st December. The period of approval was 3 months, after which they were considered sold. Okay. Buyer sent approval for 75% up to 31st March. And no approval or disapproval received for the remaining goods till 31st March. Can you please tell me for how much amount I should recognize the revenue? 75% means how much, sir? 1,80,000. For 1,80,000 definitely we should recognize. What about the balance 25%? 60,000. If the time period is completed, we feel sale is completed. Otherwise, no. What is the time period in the question? 3 months. And when the time period starts? 1/12. That means already by 31st March, time period over. As a result, we feel that sale is completed. For entire 2,40,000, we feel that sale is said to be completed. Sir, is that clear, sir? Next, apart from the above, the company has made cash sales of 9,60,000. Trade discount of 5% was made. Can you please tell me how much I should recognize as sales here? 9,60,000 minus 5%. That is to be recognized. Okay, whatever is there. Is that clear, sir? So if you add all the scenarios, you'll get 13,92,000. That should be the total revenue to be recognized. One of the frequently asked questions, sir. So very, very important. Now, let me deal with some other questions. Victory Limited purchased goods on credit from Lucky Limited for 250 crores for export. We have purchased some goods, sir, for export basis. The export order was cancelled. Hello, we thought to export it. For that purpose, we have purchased goods, but suddenly export order was cancelled. Sir, usually exports will have higher prices. Locally means we cannot sell at that higher prices. Now, Victory Limited, because export order was cancelled, thought to sell the goods in the local market with some discount. Anyway, if you are selling in the local market, usually you have to sell at lower prices. As a result, your profits also will come down. You have requested your supplier, sir, I thought to export it, but today I cannot export it. Could you please reduce the price so that at least it could be a lot of help to me? Like that, we have requested whom, sir? Supplier, to please reduce the payment. Lucky Limited was requested to offer a price discount of 15%. The chief accountant of Lucky Limited wants to adjust the sales figure to the extent of the discount requested by Victory. Discuss whether this treatment is justified or not. Is this correct or not, sir? Can they do like that? The answer is no. Hello? The answer is no. Why, sir? Tell me, is that cash discount or trade discount? If it is trade discount, you reducing from the sales is appropriate. If it is cash discount, you cannot reduce. So cash discount or trade. Sir, trade discount means it should happen at the time of sale itself, that too because of volume. Now here it is not happening at the time of sale. It is happening later on due to some reason. So we cannot call it as what, sir? Trade discount. It is only cash discount and hence should not be reduced from the sales. Hope it is clear. Now let me deal with another question, sir. Question number 2. Usually in this question confusion will be there. Let me read it. the board of directors decided on 31st March 2012 to increase the sale price of certain items retrospectively from 1st January. Hello, he decided to increase the sale price retrospectively. In view of this price revision, with effect from 1st January 2012, the company has to receive 15 lakhs from its customers in respect of the sales from 1st January to 31st March. Please observe, there is a company, sir, who is increasing the prices on which basis, sir? Retrospective basis. Of course, from the last 3 months. Let us assume this is the year end 31st March. They are increasing the prices not only from now onwards, but from 1st January. Already from 1st January, these 3 months sales was collected. Now what we are telling? No, that price is not sufficient. We should do on a retrospective basis. Now the question is, this increased value, shall we include it in our sales or not? Is the point of discussion. First of all, tell me, amount is certain. I think amount is certain. We can say 10% increase means we can easily find the amount. Risks and rewards already transferred. Yes, when the goods were transferred and billing was done, at that time only risks and rewards also over. Collection is certain. Depending on this only your answer has to behave, sir. If collection is certain, you can recognize this extra 10% also. If collection is not certain, you should not recognize. Tell me, what do we assume? Collection is certain or not certain? If you ask the amount to pay on retrospective base higher amount, do you think your customers will pay? Hello, do you think your customers will pay? It depends on the type of customers. Hello, it depends on the type of customers. Sir, you might be thinking most of the customers will be of one nature only. No, I am not telling among the individual. Sir, if I am doing business, I may be a manufacturer having some traders as my customers. In other words, retailers or wholesalers may be my customers. Or I may be a retailer where I am having some final consumers as my customers. Now please observe, if I am final consumer, if I am purchasing from retailer, suppose retailer increases from retrospective basis, do you think final consumers will pay? They don't look at that shop only. Hello. If you say you have to, for the last 3 months, whatever you have purchased, pay me some extra amount, do you think that customers will return to you? No, they'll go to another shop only. Hello. Because the same products can be available from different persons. They don't bother about it. Are you getting the point? Suppose I am a retailer or I am a wholesaler who purchase from this manufacturer regularly. Now tell me, just because he is asking for increased price of few transactions happened in the last 3 months, would I stop my trading relations with that person? Because if I don't pay now, relations will be stopped, sir. Here it is Lilliput transactions, Lilliput amount. They don't bother. But here, huge number of transactions will happen. The two will look after quality, will look after price, number of aspects will be there. Just because some 5% or 10% increase was there, I think we don't straight away stop our trading relations. We'll negotiate. Maybe we'll say, so this time we'll pay, from the next time onwards, reduce the price considerably. Like that discussions will happen. We don't say, price increased, I'll find a new manufacturer. Like that usually it doesn't happen. So I can say, if your customers are retailers or wholesalers, then maybe this can be considered as collection is certain. Maybe if your customers are that final consumers, they'll never return only. So thereby we can assume as collection is uncertain. What I say is, depending on the types of customers only, your answer should change. No clarity in the question. So that's why no clarity should be there in your answer also. So we'll write in both the ways. In the exam, in the ICAI solution, what they have done is, they have said additional revenue can be recognized if the company is able to assess the ultimate collection with reasonable certainty. They have given that conditionally. If you are able to say collection is certain, recognize. Otherwise, don't recognize. Logic for this is, depending on the types of customers only, we can decide whether collection is certain or uncertain. I hope everybody have understood. So these are some of the questions, some of the important questions which are based on sale of goods. Hope everybody have understood, sir. Now let me move to sale of goods, important questions. Some of the questions we have completed. Let me move to services. Hello, what is that, sir? Services. And one more point. Usually this question also many people will feel as difficult. Not everything I'll discuss, sir. One point only. Please observe carefully. Sir, sometimes the sales may happen like this. We'll give to our agent or any intermediary some period unlimited right to return, sir. In other words, maybe whenever you go to a shop, any for purchasing any apparel, dress or clothing, something, what they say, sir, take this dress. Now, if you feel it is losing its color or not working properly, bring back within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I will take the return. Have you ever observed like that, sir? Yes, because they always have a chance that within 1 month of purchase they can return. No extra charges. No, nothing for returning them. Like that, some period will be there for every intermediary person. They can return within some period. They'll have a right to return on a limited period basis. Hello, it is not that unlimited period. If I talk about a consignee agent, I think there is no limitation for him. If he is able to sell, he will keep it with him. Otherwise, he will return. But whereas with such types of intermediaries who are just called as distributors or any other we can usually say as distributors, they'll just distribute that, sir. In such a case, if at all a limited period of return is given, then unless that return period is completed, we cannot actually know how much sales is done. Wait till that return period is over, then only you please recognize the revenue. Have you understood, sir? Because we don't know within that 1 month how many items that our trader or retailer will return back. Then only after completion of 1 month only amount will be certain. Is that clear, sir? In this question there will be a scenario, sir. One of the conditions for sales is dealers can return the unsold stocks within 1 month of the end of the season. When you should recognize revenue, immediately or after completion of that 1 month? After completion of 1 month, then only you will have a proper understanding, because within 1 month we don't know how many items will return. So thereby wait for completion of 1 month, then only amount will be certain. Discussion clear? So with this, sale of goods completed, sir. Let me move to other 2 types of revenues we are having. What are the other 2 types, sir? One is services, the other one is use of enterprise resources by others. First, let us talk about services. Hello, what is that? Services. Now, let me tell you, sir, how do we recognize revenue in the case of services? Here also 3 conditions only. What are the 3 conditions? Second and third are same, sir. What are second and third? Certainty in amount, certainty in collection. Only first one is different, sir. First one is when the service was performed. Hello, what is that? When the service was performed. But how can we say the service is performed? Hello, when do we say that the service is performed? It depends on the type of service. Hello, what, sir? It depends on the type of service. Now we usually divide services into 2 types, sir. In the standard, this language will not be used, but for our clarity we will use, sir, divisible services and indivisible services. What is that? Services we usually divide into 2. One is divisible service, the other one is indivisible service. Hello, 2 types of services will be there, sir. One is divisible service, the other one is indivisible service. What do you mean by divisible and what do you mean by indivisible? Indivisible means very simple, sir. You cannot divide it. Now, let me take an example. You will have a better clarity, sir. Let us say, maybe usually I'll take this example in the classroom, but okay, it's okay now. Now, let us say, let us take our professional doctor, sir. Let us say for doctor, surgeries will be there, sir. Surgeries will take how many times, sir? How much time? Usually it may take 10 to 12 hours, depending on the type of surgery it takes. Let us assume on 31st March somewhere at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, surgery was started, sir. By night, 12 o'clock, body parts was opened. Hello. Now, next day, that means after 12 a.m., balance work was done and body parts was closed. Now, is this surgery divisible or indivisible? Sir, if you say divisible, I should recognize half income in last year, half income in next year. If I say This is indivisible entire income in the next year when the service was fully performed. Tell me, divisible or indivisible? Sir, if you say this as divisible, that means even if you stop the work on 31st March, they should pay you half amount. Suppose 31st March midnight, you open the body parts, you left, sir. You ask them half income. Will they pay? They will not pay the money. They will file a return case on you. Hello? You just open the body parts, half only completed. Sir, is that clear, sir? In other words, this is what, sir? Divisible or indivisible? Indivisible. Let me take another example. Maybe painter, usually you observe, sir. Painters will be there. Let us say we have ordered for painting of a full body of some national leader or somebody, sir. By 31st March, let us say half body was completed. Hello? Balance half body was completed in next year. What we will do? Half for half body, half revenue in last year. Another half body, half revenue next year. Will you recognize like that? No, sir. Only when the entire body was constructed, we say full work is completed. Let us say chartered accountant services was there, sir. Auditing services. Now, let us say we started auditing in the month of March, April, May. 3 months work is completed, sir. Now, can I say this is divisible? Can I divide my revenue into 3 months? Sir, 3 months. March, April, May. Internal audit was done. Can I divide my revenue into 3 months? March, April and May? No, usually because auditing will be done during all the 3 months, but report will be provided in the last month. You should know one thing. Sir, suppose sufficient staff was there, auditing not done. But in the last day, report given. Will they give revenue? Will they give revenue? Client, will they give revenue, sir? Will they give money to you? Suppose checking was not done, but you have certified that everything is good. Now, will they give revenue? Why not, sir? They require ultimately certificate only. Hello? Suppose now you have done everything well. Work was done, everything well. Last day said, I will not give you certificate. Now, will they give money, sir? No. Sir, please understand, both are not equal level. Out of this entire process, one significant act was there. Only if that is completed, service is said to be complete. Otherwise, no. You giving audit report, a true and fair view with that is only required for them. That is the most significant activity. If that is completed only, service performed. Otherwise, no. That's why what I say, all these are indivisible. In fact, most of the professional services are what, sir? Indivisible. Here, how do we recognize? Very simple. Only when service is completed, we recognize the revenue. Hello, is that clear, sir? Only when service is completed, we recognize the revenue. In other words, this we will call as completed contract method. Which method? Only when the entire contract is completed, we will recognize the revenue. Completed contract method. Now, what is divisible, sir? Let me take the example of hotel services. Hello. Now you have gone for accommodations or something. Now maybe you have gone to some other state. You have stayed in a lodge for 4 days. 2 days 30th and 31st March. Another 2 days 1st and 2nd April. Can I allocate my expense over 4 days or not? Yes. Comfortably in a hotel, 2 days and 2 days there, 2 days here, easily accommodation is possible. The nature itself is divisible. Every day same type of service can be divided. Is that clear, sir? So take any tuition fees or coaching fees, sir. Now if you our management will be taking some revenue, can they allocate it over number of months, sir? Absolutely yes, because over the period only they are providing. For each month equal types of services are only provided. It is not that first month only more important, last month not important. Every month are equal. And if suddenly coaching is stopped due to corona or some other reason, can you give back the can we collect the balance money? No. Or will you give back the already money done? Nothing will happen. It is proportionate. Hello. Each act is related. In other words, this is what, sir? Divisible. Hello. This is what, sir? Divisible. If it is divisible, how do we recognize? It is simply just like our AS7 percentage completion. Based on the percentage of work completed only, we will recognize. Based on this only, revenue will be recognized. Sir, have you all understood, sir? Basically, depending on the type of the service, we recognize the revenue, whether it is divisible or indivisible. Standard doesn't use this word, sir. They'll use some other words, but ultimately, they say these two methods will be used. One is completed contract method, the other one is percentage completion method. Anyway, there are different scenarios where we should decide when service is said to be completed. Hello? There are different scenarios where we should decide when service is said to be completed. Let me show you those scenarios, sir. which are important for the examination. Now, first, usually this is important, sir. Insurance agency commission. Already tuition fees now itself I have discussed. When do you think tuition fees will be recognized? Over the period of coaching. Hello, over the period of instruction or coaching. Now, insurance agency commission. I think insurance agents will be there. Now, number of times you might have come across, sir, agents will be coming to your house for policies. Please take one policy, will get some commission. Hello, insurance agents will get commission. When do you think they should recognize the revenue? When do you think they should recognize the revenue? Is it over the year or when the policy, on the date of policy? I think I can say it is renewal date, sir. If the premium, every year you are paying premium, based on premium payment only, they'll receive some commission, sir. Either if it is first time they are taking the policy, maybe we can say commencement of the policy, or if it is getting renewed, renewal date. Either the commencement date or renewal date, on that day they can recognize the revenue. Because, sir, premium payments may be half yearly, quarterly, monthly also. You could observe whenever you are paying premium, insurance premium, sometimes monthly payments will be there, sometimes quarterly, sometimes half yearly. So we cannot decide simply based on payment, sir. We have to look at renewal date. If you accept for renewal, that means for entire year you are going to pay the premium, but not at a time. You will pay slowly through the number of months. So it is not whenever you pay, you have to observe that commencement date or renewal date. So in the case of insurance agents, it is commencement date or renewal date. Suppose if I talk about this admission fees, what is this admission fees, sir? Maybe if you enter any events, sir, special events, entry fees will be there, admission fees. Now how do you recognize? Based on the event. If that event takes place, you can recognize that revenue. Any magic show or any other musical performance. When that event is completed, or any other cricket match, sir, when that event is completed, you can recognize the revenue. Let me discuss this example which is possible of getting asked in examination. Advertisement income. Hello, what is that? Advertisement income. So usually when advertisement income should be recognized, sir? Can you tell me when advertisement income will be recognized? Because you know, sir, TV channels will get advertisement income. Newspapers also will get advertisement income. TV channels will get advertisement income for what, sir? Sale of time. Newspapers for sale of space. They are doing some sales, sir. Sale of time and sale of space. Okay. When they should recognize the revenue? Very simple. When that advertisement appears before public. Hello. Suppose I have paid huge money, sir. Maybe let us say this week ending, Narendra Modi ji has thought to make a big announcement like that. He has mentioned in the Twitter. Coming up a big announcement on this Sunday. Like that is mentioned on the Twitter. Now usually what will happen, sir? For TV channels, there will be companies who will be advertising. At that time, prime time, when Modi ji is telling something, the currency ban or something else, hello, or something else, now you have to give my advertisements and so slot. So take this much amount. Am I right or not? Suddenly Modi ji thought, no, this decision not required. Cancelled, sir. That meeting was cancelled. Now tell me, whatever revenue was there, will that can I recognize that revenue? No. Only when that really ad is displayed before the public, you can recognize the revenue. Maybe last year, sir, I don't know how many of you follow that matches, not required now. IPL matches. Last year, what happened is, maybe half of the matches was done, sir. Half of the matches was done. Half of the matches were postponed to somewhere in September or October. Now, sir, usually for IPL matches, 2 or 3 months before, when that schedule was announced, sir, they'll do 1 or 2 days that bidding. Later on that schedule will be announced. Once that schedule is announced, immediately various companies will ask for that, maybe Star Sports or whatever TV channel was there. They'll go for advertisement, sir. If it is after power play, or within first 6 overs means per second this much, or for 5 seconds this much revenue, or if it is last 5 overs of the match means per second this much. No, sir. if it is just at the time of toss, this much amount. Like that, for the ads communicated at different times, they will charge the revenue. Now the point is, in the last year, when the matches are shifted, half matches are shifted from May to September, now half advertisement revenue, which was already for which advances might have been given, when that revenue should be recognized? Is that half advertisement revenue also in May, or half advertisement revenue should be recognized in September month? September. Logic is very simple. Only when that advertisement is displayed before public only, revenue should be recognized. The same matters even for newspaper also. Let me show you the same through a question. There is one question, sir. No, this question number 7. Old Era Publication publishes a popular monthly magazine on 15th of every month. The publication sells the advertising space on terms of 90% payable in advance and balance 10% payable within 30 days of the release of the publication. Sir, advance money only 90%, 10% is payable after the release of the publication. Now the space for March 2020 issue of the magazine was sold in Feb. That means at that time only advance 90% might have been paid. Okay, the magazine was published as per schedule on 15th of the month. The amount of 2,70,000 has been received up to 31st March and 30,000 was received in 10th April, because within 30 days of the release of the magazine it can be paid. Now what is the question is, please tell the accountant as the amount of revenue to be recognized. Tell me for this year how much revenue should be recognized. 2,70,000 entire 3 lakhs. 2,70,000 or 3 lakhs? I think the magazine was published. Hello, the magazine was already published. If the magazine was published, you can recognize the revenue. You need not wait for actual payment. If the ad was displayed for public, it is sufficient, sir. Hence, entire 3 lakh is to be recognized. Suppose in the same question they say, date of publication of magazine is in April. Suppose shifted to April, then entire revenue to be recognized in April. It is simply based on when the ad is displayed before the public, the revenue will be recognized. Is that clear, sir? So this is services. Now let me move to the last type of income. What is the last type of income, sir? Hello, everybody, what is the last type of income? Use of enterprise resources by others, that is IRD, interest, royalties and dividend. Sir, royalties means don't think something new. It is for use of intangible assets. So it is for what, sir? Use of intangible assets. Now, you may have invented some things for which you will have patent. You may have created something for which, of course, books, etc., for which you will have copyrights. Like that, you will have different intangible assets. Now, you have created books, sir. Now, you will allow others to sell your book or make a copy of that, for which I think you will charge some amount. Now, whatever amount you charge, you get is called as royalty. Sir, are you getting the point? For patents or trademarks or copyrights are intangible assets. By using that intangible assets, if you get that revenue, any revenue, that is royalty. Is that clear, sir? By using that invention or by using that copyright, whatever products you are having, if you get any amount, if the others use this intangible asset, and if they pay any amount for that, that is called as royalty. Now the question is, sir, when interest to be recognized as revenue, when dividend should be recognized as revenue, when royalty should be recognized as revenue? Tell me when interest should be recognized as revenue, sir? Hello, when interest should be recognized, sir? When it is earned. Hello, in other words, on time basis. Hello, which basis, sir? Time basis. Suppose I have invested in debentures of one company, sir. Due date is, let us assume, I have purchased on 1st October. Now the due dates of the company is 30th September and 31st March, or else 30th June and 31st December. Now can you please tell me last time when I might have received interest? 31st December. Now by the year ending 31st March, shall I recognize the balance 3 months interest or not? Yes. Months are completed or not? Yes. Due date may be 30th June. But still we will recognize the income for entire 6 months if time is completed, because we are earning it. Maybe it is called as interest accrued but not due. Due will be there on 30th June, but it is already accrued. You can recognize as a income. Is that clear, sir? Interest income will be recognized on time basis, that is based on number of months. Now, how do you recognize dividend, sir? When it will be recognized? When the right to receive payment is established. This is the formal wording, sir. When the right to receive payment is established. But when this right will be established? When the dividend is declared. Hello? When the dividend is declared. If the dividend is declared, you will have the right to receive the payment. So then you can recognize the dividend. That is the date when the dividend is declared, sir. Now, when you can recognize the royalty? Royalty means, let us say, copyright, sir. Book was there. Now you have given for, let us say, you are an author, sir. Author was there, MPV, or otherwise for accounts, MPV author was there, let us say. Now he has created a book, sir. Now some publications have taken it and selling those books. Now how do you give the revenue to that author? How do you give revenue to that author? It may be fixed amount, or it may be percentage per unit, per book, this much amount. Hello? Or sometimes fixed amount plus per unit. I think it is done on different basis. So what is the answer? How do we recognize royalty? First of all, tell me, cash base or accrual base? Accrual only. Okay. Then how? I say, because of this informal discussion only, standards also use proper wording for this. Royalties has to be recognized in the books of account as per agreement. Over. Hello? How it should be recognized, sir? Royalty as per agreement. However, on accrual basis, not on cash basis. This is what the simple language they use. They say as per agreement. However, not on cash but on accrual basis. To be frankly speaking, interest also accrual basis only. But to show the difference, there we write on time basis. Here we say as per agreement. Both are on accrual basis. So this is what the three, sir. Here also, first this should satisfy, sir. The balance two conditions remains the same. Amount should be certain. Collection also should be certain. These things are common. That's all, sir. With this, these aspects also completed. Let me deal with one or two questions and then close this standard. Now, Y Limited uses certain resources of X Limited. In return, X Limited received 10 lakhs and 15 lakhs as what, sir? Interest and royalties. You are required to state on what basis revenue can be recognized. Interest will be recognized on which basis, sir? Time basis. On a time proportion basis, interest will be recognized, taking into account the amount and the rate. Next, how do you recognize that royalty, sir? In accordance with agreement, of course, on accrual basis. In the same question I have given, Y Limited has declared interim dividend which was not received till 31st March but received on 20th April. Shall I recognize this year or next year? This year only, because declaration was already done. Receipt only was done later. It was only interim dividend, not a problem. You can recognize before 31st March. Sir, is that clear, sir? So that is what question number 8. Now let me deal with last question with which we will close. SCL Limited sells agricultural products to its dealers. One of the conditions of sale is that interest is payable at the rate of 2% per month for delayed payments. Percentage of interest recovery is only how much, sir? 10% on such overdue outstanding due to various reasons. During the year ending, company wants to recognize. Very simple, sir. Sometimes what may happen is, we may sell the goods and they have to make the payment. If the payment is delayed, usually we give some normal credit period, sir. 10 days, 2 weeks, like that we give credit period. If after the credit period they pay, suppose we have given credit period as 2 weeks, they are paying after 4 weeks. Now we will pay some, we ask them to pay some interest or not, because we are losing something. So that is what they are telling. If you are making delay, you have to pay at the rate of how much, sir? 2% per month. This is what the instruction they are giving in the invoice. But what is happening really is, suppose a particular party was there, has not paid. He is requesting, sir, from next time onwards I will pay properly. This time you please excuse me. So like that many customers are requesting. Though we are charging interest, how much we are actually recovering? Percentage of interest recovery is only 10%. Other 90% giving some good words to you and they are escaping. Hello. In other words, amount is not certain. They are telling, sir, next time I will not do. This is the last time. If next time I will do, please do that. Of course, next time I will do same word. Seal same on the same word. Hello. Sir, are you getting the point, sir? So thereby, in such a case, now shall we recognize that interest revenue or not? Can I recognize, sir? Can I recognize? Risks and rewards are transferred or not? Of course, this is interest income, sorry. If it is interest income, first of all, time is completed or not? Yes. Collection is, amount is certain? Yes. Collection? No. So thereby you cannot recognize the revenue. If interest recovery is probable, then you can recover, sir. Here they are telling only 10% people are paying. So thereby you cannot recognize the revenue. Recognize only it is received. When it is received only you can recognize the revenue. Hence the company is advised to recognize interest receivable only on receipt basis. That's all. With this, AS-9 is also completed. Sir, is that clear, everybody? Sir, hope you could observe in every standard how many questions we are discussing. Almost the time is less, but still we are discussing at least 60 to 70% of the questions. So listen well. Definitely this will be useful. Okay, right.